Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of February 18th. We have our sun moving into Pisces today. So Pisces is holding over the sun and Mercury, so how we are communicating to each other, how we are relating to each other in Venus is in a very Aries mode, so there's still a need to want to be direct. Our Mars is actually still retrograde in Cancer though. So there is this also desire to kind of pull back and shell up. So know that if you are in any way, shape, or form of how I've described communicating, other people could be responding, either mirroring your energy or coming with something completely opposite. All right, so let's get into the signs, Aries to Pisces. 2 more shuffles. All right, here we go. Aries. Aries, you have movement, it is reversed. Like I said, Aries is in Venus, which is not your ruler, it's quite the opposite of your ruler. So movement right now can feel really stuck. You want to be moving at a speed that the people around you, like I said, can be doing something completely opposite of you. If you feel like shelling up because that's where your ruling planet is, other people are being more assertive. If you feel like being assertive because that is your naturalness anyways, people might be shelling up. People might be actually dissociating with all of the Pisces energy right now. So know that movement right now is being sticky because people are not quite ready to move. Know that at the end of March, there is a lot of heavy energy that is going to force people to move. So just you want to get your ducks in a row to whatever you can control right now. Know that things will start to look better for you down the line. Yeah, we're just kind of getting ready to actually jump into the next solar cycle. Okay, and yeah, you're in your pre-shadow. So any last little existential things about your solar returns coming up is what are coming up for you. All right, but now we're gonna go on to Taurus, reverse. This is just where we are. Rescue, but it is reverse. So you gotta think of all of those connotations to like being a rescuer. Are you rescuing others when they're not asking to be rescued, or are you playing a damsel in a distress, which is, you know, it's not helping your growth. It's one thing to need help. It's okay to need help, but are you constantly in a role of needing help? And you know, there are better ways, especially like I said, the way that we are relating to each other right now is not in the healthiest dynamics. But here's where you want to catch yourself and know when you are not in a way of relating to other people's in co-empowerment, it's more codependent. So just watch for how you are looking for help or getting things done. How do you get things done? And is it by asking people to do things for you? Okay? We're at Gemini. Everything's reversed this week. That's just where we are. Gemini, you have strength reversed. Strength reversed for Gemini is saying that, you know, right now you're building up your strength. We are prepping for, you know, we're coming out of our winter slumber, our winter hibernation mode. And so you might not feel, and I'm thinking of it as mostly physically, where you want to be. And so it could be, you know, just doing little bits of like lifting things here and there just to build up your strength, your endurance. If the strength that you are feeling is that you don't feel strong in how you want to assert yourself into a conversation, that is a thing that, you know, you can practice on your own. Even just thinking about those conversations ahead of time for what people can counter you with. And the strength might even come from letting other people believe what they want to believe and not letting it, you know, hold your strength, hold a strong hold on where you believe things to end, because everybody is entitled to their own opinions. Opinions aren't like what is happening in the world is that there is so little fact, things that are concrete fact, and we are holding our opinions as truth. And so you have to just kind of recheck in yourself. Am I holding a strong opinion and not letting facts actually be what they are? Because what we're finding is, you know, we are creating these dualities off of things that don't strike our day to day, and it's not something to cut everybody off at the end of the day for. If I believe something that is different than the other guy, it's not going to be the end of the world. It just means that we are in different places. And that doesn't mean that he's a bad person or I'm a bad person. It just means that we don't believe the same things. We don't have to kill each other over it, right? That's where the world needs to move away to. Yeah. Oh, thank you. You like that. Anyways, we're moving on to Cancer. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. So, Cancer. There's just so much that we can actually control in the world. The unknown, when we meet up against the unknown, can instill fear, and it can instill a resistance, it can instill all kinds of things just because you don't know what's coming next. But the best thing you can do is be open to the fact that you don't know. Be open to the unknown. Be open to the fact that, hey, this thing that I'm going into, it could be terrifying. But it could also be like very pleasurable. So I don't know. It's a good place to be. It's just don't meet it in a space of it's when you resist that unknown. Are you trying to escape that unknown in any way, shape, or form? That's where, you are leading to your own, I don't want to say demise, but you're leading to your own failure if you can't just meet it from a place of clarity versus it's like people who drink to take the edge off, that liquid confidence, liquid courage is what it's called actually. That liquid courage only takes you so high, but if you don't meet in the right proper sobriety, you can actually, meet things in a higher space of acceptance, of joy, of love, if you don't hinder the way that you're meeting situations. And it doesn't have to be liquid courage. It could be something like even just any kind of distraction. I would rather, meet the situation distracted on my phone versus actually be present with what's in front of me. Yeah? Okay. We are at Leo. Leo has follow the leader. Literally everybody's reversed right now. I don't know what's happening, but that's just where we are in the collective. Follow the leader reverse is either, Leo, you are stepping into a leadership position that you are maybe not quite ready to take. So practice, prepare, and prep for whatever it is that you are stepping into a leadership about, Leo. And it could be, if you know that you are not ready to lead, speak up and find the suitable lead in a situation. And don't see following a leader as weakness. See following a leader as an opportunity to step back and let others lead you. There is a great place to be if you don't have to be taking charge of everything all the time, right? If you don't have to be taking charge of everything, if you can let a few tasks go away to other people and help you lead from a place of not being full head of the company. There's other ways to lead by example, even just if your way of leading the people around you is by just showing how to show up. That's a great place to be. Yeah. Okay. We are at Virgo. Look, the first right side card. It is Solitude. And so Solitude is saying, Virgo, everybody needs me time. Everybody needs time to reflect on the day. You don't want too many cooks in your kitchen. You also want to know, you need to check in with yourself and what's good for you, because what's good for you is going to help you show up the best way that you can to your family, to your friends, to your workplace. if you can remember to take some time off. So if like parties and things have been getting like busy with like weekend activities and things, like just, you know, if you can't get a moment on the weekend, which is like, you know, that's the time to recharge, it's going to be doing something like throughout the week, even if it's taking like 5 minutes at the beginning or the end of the day, or maybe somewhere in between, where you can just sit and be quiet, get off your phone, sit with like a cup of tea is my favorite way to like tell people to do it. Be present. And then like when you can be quiet, that's when your inner voice has time to tell you what your body needs the most at that time. Yeah? I love you too. Yay. Okay, we're at Libra. We're at Libra. Thank you for the kissies. Look at this, right side up, hell yeah. Gentle gardener, Libra. Gentle gardener. So like we're saying, this is the tail end of the winter season, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Gentle gardener is knowing that crops take a whole year to cycle. And the gentle gardener is maybe now planting the seeds and nursing them to sprout. But they're not gonna sprout like right now, Libra. Know that everything that you're doing, especially like I've been saying about like Pisces and where Venus and Mars are right now, the things you are taking action towards, you might not see fully fruit at least until the equinox. But Libra, this could even be something that you're seeding now and you won't see till your season, which is the harvest season, the next equinox in the fall when we start to harvest all that we've sown. So know that, Libra, if you're feeling like nothing's getting accomplished right now, you are moving in the right direction. Be gentle with yourself, because these seeds take time to grow big enough to fruit and bear what we are going to harvest. Yeah, that was very sweet. All right, we are at Scorpio, back to reversals, but it is, oh, no. Dude, little Scorpio mode right now. I don't need this. We don't need this. Rude. No. Yeah, Scorpio. It's for you. He's talking to you too. He's not a Scorpio, but that's fine. Yeah, I know. Magical prayer reversed for Scorpio. And so on that, it's saying, Scorpio, like I just told Libra, like things aren't being seen right away. And so you're going to want to relinquish any sense that you need to get things. Oh, there's a person. We don't need to be mad at every person who walks by. Why? He waited till Scorpio to be aggressive. Like this. So Scorpio, we do not need to be asserting ourselves because we are not seeing results immediately. The magical prayer is setting up for, if you ask for things, if you want things really, Scorpio, you really need to be saying like, this is what I want, this is what I need in a prayer. And because literally, things start in your head. You start with an idea. If you pray it out, those words are magic. If you write it down, you're getting it further out of your head, more out into the physical world. And so, Scorpio, you need to be able to get things out, but because the magical reverse card is reversed, magical prayer card is reversed, question just a little bit what you are asking for. Because sometimes prayers, and especially when we're younger, we're asking for this person, I need this person to like me. You cannot control another person. So Scorpio, know when it's something that is in your, like what is in your control and what is out of your control. Out of your control is making other people do your will. That is like, they have their own free will. But magical prayer could be just saying like, hey, I want to be more open to receiving. If what you want is love, be open to receiving love. And it might not be in the face, shape, or form that you wanted it to be, but it will be what is good for you. What is actually meant for you will come to you. Yeah. But magical prayer could be something, could be about your work. It could be about where you want to go in life. And honestly, just put out those prayers and see what comes back to you. It might not be exactly what you're imagining, but it's going to be so much more. Yeah. Okay. We're on Sagittarius. Goblins reversed. Goblins reversed. I've given this to, yeah, this is a fun one. Goblins reversed are saying that all of us, Sagittarius, have our like inner like negative self-talk pretenses. We all have our demons, is like how people want to call it too sometimes. And it's saying that when it's reversed like this, you know, these voices, these like little demons, have power when you give it to them. So Sagittarius, it's up to you to recognize when you are having these like instincts, these impulses, these little demons that are coming up for you. And, you know, you could just gotta start to recognize them for what they are. And eventually they will quiet. They will quiet. Yeah. I like to say too, it's like, you know, some people like, there are people who rely too heavily on an outside influence to be the reason why they're doing good. Like people who are like, yeah, I need to go to church every Sunday to be a good person. No, you don't. Like if you need someone to tell you to be a good person, you're not being a good person. You need to feel like you want to be that good person. Like you need it to come from you to be like, no, I need to do better. I don't know why I got so aggressive there, but you know, you got the goblins reversed. And so we just got to speak to those goblins and be like, hey, no, you don't have any power over me. Because, you know, the goblins aren't necessarily telling you to go kill people, like, aggressively. That's, like, the most aggressive thing that they could do. But your inner goblins could literally just be telling you that you're, like, terrible, you're worthless. Those little voices, too. And you just need to tell those voices to shut the fuck up. Yeah? Like, you don't have any power over here. And you gotta start telling yourself you can do the mirror work every day. And you know, it's what's fun about that exercise is it doesn't start very nice. It takes a long time. I would say it takes about a month. So if that's an exercise you want to do, go for it. But it's like you look yourself in the eyes for as long as it takes and you tell yourself, I love you for who you are today, who you always were, and who you always will be. And you look at yourself in the eyes. And while you're doing so, you might get those little voices being like, no, you're lying. No, that's stupid. And you wait until you quiet those ones and you actually hear and feel that good self-worth one. Yeah, it takes a minute, but I would say even just give it a week. Give it a week of doing that exercise and it's gonna feel really good. All right. Okay, we are at Capricorn. Capricorn has wishing well reversed. And again, it's kind of similar to what I told Scorpio, where, you know, put out your wishes, your dreams, desires, but you have to let go of like what that outcome looks like. Because if you have a hard, like, I need this 100% this way, or it's boo-boo, it doesn't mean anything to me. If you hold that standard, you're never going to be satisfied in life. And so wishing well reversed is saying like put out, you know, your dreams, your desires, but don't be attached to 100% how you're going to get them, what it's going to look like. Be open to whatever's coming up. And then again, wishing well is like you can long for things, but know that it's not going to come in the form that you want, and don't do it if it's gonna, like, you know, like if it's not going to allow another person their free will. So yeah, it'd be like relationships or like work. If it's like you need a coworker to, like, you know, go away, like that is, you know, like that might not be in their best interest. So you just need to learn how to co-work with those people in your life. You need to let people be who they are. And so, like, yeah, like, so if it's in a relationship, like, you know, you have to decide Is this working for me in how we relate to each other? Can I work around this person and how they work? And if you cannot, then that's not meant to be, bro. It's just not meant to be. So you just need to put out there what you want, and the world is going to give it back to you in whatever shape or form it needs to. All right, we're on our last two. Aquarius, we're in your post shadow, but you seem to be doing pretty good because you're one of the only other right side up people. Magical stream. Magical stream. So coming out of your birthday season, your birthday wishes can come true if you are just actually in the flow of what's going on around you. So Aquarius, if you're dreaming or desiring for something, work with the current of like what's happening around you. Don't work against it. So if right now I said like there's a lot of things, like there's obviously a lot of things happening in the collective, and people might not be in the most like co-creative spaces. You just need to be, like if we're gonna be in a more relaxed week with each other, that's where we're gonna be. Don't be pushing and forcing people to be in places that they don't want to be. Yeah, that's not bad. And I see a stork. It's not a stork. I call it an egret. There's this bird here. It's like, literally anything that you dream or desire right now, Aquarius, know that while it might not happen immediately, you are moving towards that goal as long as you trust it. Yeah. Last one, Pisces. Balancing act. I've ended on this card in this way so many times. So Pisces, you've had this before. Balancing act. And it's saying we are moving into your season, so happy Pisces season. But it is a balancing act. Like I said, there are opposing forces right now wanting different ways of movement in the world. And you are going to ride that line in your best Pisces way. And so the best Piscean thing that I can suggest to you as a Pisces moon is that me time is necessary. Find time for yourself whenever you can take it. If you can find time for a creative project, go for that. It doesn't need to be like painting or singing, but it can be. It can be. But it could even just be like, tidying up the house in a different way, or cooking for yourself, something that is pretty and nourishing. Whatever it is that is gonna take care of you, but also know that Pisces need to get into the water, so it could just be hydrating more, but it could just be, taking a bath or a shower just to reset yourself. Yeah, this little Pisces baby, his birthday's next week, and he just settled into it. Balancing act. It's gonna be a balancing act this next week in getting into your season, but know that you can do it in a place of ease as long as you're balancing your work life, and you're balancing giving yourself some me time when you can fit it in. It's gonna help you a lot. All right. Well, that was everybody. Happy Pisces season, and I'll see you next week. Bye.